Namaskar and welcome to Primetime News. Here is a look at today's top stories. CM seeks consideration of projects under donor ministry, restoration of flight operations from Pakyong. Sacred Thangka of Buddha Amitabha arrives in Gangtok from Bhutan. We need to understand importance of disaster management, says Minister K.N. Lepcha. And Sikkim Himalayan Trek for All India Civil Service trainees flagged off. Now the news in detail with me, Dishinongmu Bhutia. The Chief Minister of Sikkim, Prem Singh Tamang, called on the Union Minister for Tourism, Culture and Development of Northeast Region, G. Kishan Reddy at Vigyan Bhawan, New Delhi on Thursday. At the outset, the Chief Minister conveyed his gratitude to the Union Minister and the Union Council of Ministers for approving the Prime Minister's development initiative for the Northeast. He also informed about the amount earmarked as a gap funding for the design, supply, installation, testing and commissioning of passenger ropeway system from Pelling to Sangracholing in West Sikkim and passenger ropeway from Dhapar to Bhaledhunga in South Sikkim. He added that the projects have been recommended by the state-level empowered committee and the DPR has been submitted to the Ministry of Donor. Speaking on the proposals submitted to the ministry, he sought the consideration and support of the Union Minister for the construction of the Toy Museum and Culture Lab and the Tagore Culture Center for Youth Culture and Convention Center near Pakyong Airport, the Tagore Culture Center for Bhutia community at Kusing. Besides this, the Chief Minister added that the state government will be forwarding a few proposals recommended by the 15th Finance Commission under state-specific projects for Sikkim and requested the Union Minister for his consideration. Highlighting the setback faced by the tourism sector due to the abrupt suspension of flights from the Greenfield Airport located at Pakyong, he requested the Union Minister to pursue this with the concerned ministry for the restoration of flight operations. He also sought the support of the ministry for increasing the frequency of flights from Bagdogra to Guwahati, which will be helpful for the people of Sikkim and the neighboring states visiting the Kamakhya temple for pilgrimage and will also boost the interstate tourism in the Northeast region. Chief Secretary Government of Sikkim V.V. Pathak, Resident Commissioner Sikkim House Ashwini Chand and Secretary to CM Dr. S.D. Dhakal were also present during the meeting. Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang has expressed his deepest sympathies on the demise of Hemant Kumar Tamang, revered mother of the Chief Economic Advisor to the Government of Sikkim, Professor Mahendra P. Lama. The former teacher and a literator breathed her last in her ancestral home at Singmari, Darjeeling. I extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family, relatives and friends and pray for the departed soul to rest in eternal peace, Chief Minister has posted on his official Facebook page. A grand religious reception befitting the magnificent applique Thangka of Buddha Amitabha, measuring 25 feet by 35 feet, was held in Rangpo on Thursday. The Thangka was brought from the neighboring country of Bhutan. The devotees carrying khadas and incense lined up the road from the Rangpo checkpost to the Rangpo Tourist Lodge as a mark of respect and devotion. Minister for Ecclesiastical Department Sonam Lama also arrived at Rangpo to pay his respect. Thereafter, the sacred Thangka was taken in a carcade to Tharpa Manilakhang in Tatangshen, where another grand religious reception was held. This sacred Thangka will be unfurled during the third Denzong Tejen Shingrup Monlam Chenmo for the benefit of all sentient beings. The committee has also thanked each and everyone who took time to attend this auspicious occasion, and especially our heartfelt gratitude to Venerable Tulkulas and monks from the Chuklakang Monastery and Inche Monastery. The valedictory function of a 3-day training on landslide risk management for engineers concluded at MDZP Conference Hall, Mangan. The program was organized by Sikkim State Disaster Management Authority and National Disaster Management Authority in collaboration with Department of Civil Engineering, Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology. The program had the presence of Minister of Land, Revenue and Disaster Management Khunganima Lepcha, accompanied by area MLA Tadung GT Dhungel, Secretary of Land, Revenue and Disaster Management Anil Raj Rai, ADC Mangan Tenzing Di Denzongpa, and officials and engineers. The Chief Guest Minister Land and Revenue commended the organizers for successfully concluding the training and expressed his hope that the engineers in training will effectively employ the knowledge they gathered during the course of training. He highlighted the urgency in understanding the importance of disaster management in the state and appealed the engineers as the builders of nation to work rigorously to lessen the gravity of disaster in the state. The guest of honor area MLA Tadung in his address highlighted the importance and responsibilities of engineers in the development of the nation as a whole. He expressed his hope that the training was fruitful and mentioned the various aspects and prospects of landslide mitigation in the state. It may be mentioned that the training concluded with a demonstration of Mangan landslide mitigation by project manager Pemzang Saring and a field visit of the Mangan landslide led by JE Water Resource Jimila Bhutia. We are heading into a quick commercial break. Keep watching Sikkim Television Network.
It is a widely accepted fact that children are the future of our nation. Therefore, training them to take up the mantle at the right time should be an essential part of their learning process. This could range anywhere from nurturing their skills to training them in their various duties and responsibilities as a citizen of the country. One such responsibility is their active participation in the most important democratic process called elections. The health of any democracy is determined by the extent of participation of its citizens in the election process. To encourage this participation among the future citizens of our country, the Election Commission of India has rightly started the electoral literacy clubs in all secondary and senior secondary schools and colleges of the country. In order to promote the objective of the Election Commission of India and to give school-going young adults the opportunity to experience what an election and voting process entails, the Office of the Chief Electoral Officer of Sikkim, as a part of sweep activities, has conducted mock elections across 174 electoral literacy clubs established in secondary and senior secondary schools and colleges of the state. The mock elections were conducted for electing Student Council and Best Student of the Year. This gave a real-time experience of the election process to the students. Being involved in the democratic process is essential for nation building, and these mock elections are an important tool to achieve that, as they connect theory with reality. It is a method of active teaching that engages students' minds better. During the mock elections, the ELCs were encouraged to follow the important electoral procedures such as election campaign, nomination of candidates, scrutiny of documents, withdrawal of nominations, casting of votes, counting, oath-taking ceremony, etc. The importance of registering themselves as voters as soon as they attained the age of 18 to exercise their voting rights was also imparted as part of these mock elections.
From today I got to know how to conduct voting.
Due to today's demonstration, we learned many things regarding this voting. We learned that there are many criteria to be followed in this voting system.
अब भोट लगायो एक्सपिरियन्स पनि राम्रै भयो र फर्दर आउने इलेक्सनहरुमा चाहिँ म पार्टिसिपेट गर्नेछु.
Research across the world suggests that involvement of students from an early age in such activities creates lifelong positive impressions in their minds. Therefore, it is strongly believed that these mock elections among the students could play an important role in ensuring a healthy democracy through active participation of its citizens in the election process.
फोटो मतदाता नामावलीको विशेष सारांश 1 जनवरीको सन्दर्भ मतदाता नामावलीमा नाम समावेश गर्ने, नाम मेटाउने, नाम सुधार्ने तथा हस्तान्तरणको लागि योग्यता मितिको रूपमा नोभेम्बर 9 देखि 8 डिसेम्बर 2022 सम्म आवेदन फार्महरू ब्लक स्तर कार्यालय BLOहरू, जिल्ला कलेक्टर कार्यालयहरू, चुनाव विभागमा उपलब्ध रहनेछ। विशेष अभियान मितिहरू 19 नोभेम्बर 2022 शनिबार र 20 नोभेम्बर 2022 आइतबार र 3 डिसेम्बर 2022 शनिबार र 4 डिसेम्बर 2022 आइतबार। मुख्य निर्वाचन अधिकारीको कार्यालय सिक्किम www.ceosikkim.nic.in www.inbspre.in voterportal.eci.gov.in र मतदाता हेल्पलाइन 1 मा अनलाइन आवेदन दिन सक्नुहुनेछ।
Welcome back. The area MLA Yangyang Rajkumari Thapa along with SDM Yangyang Milan Rai visited landslide affected area adjacent to Dojok to oversee the evacuation process that was carried out by Quick Response Team Namchi district. Further, they assessed the quantum of damage in the vicinity. It is learned that all the 8 households have been fully evacuated and shifted to safer location. During the daytime, the SDM along with District Project Officer Abhishek Kharel and Revenue Officer MB Chetri visited various sites to identify feasibility of land for rehabilitation of landslide victims. They also inspected construction of gaushalas and provided relief materials to the victims. The SDM further directed the Assistant Director Animal Husbandry to carry out survey to identify livestock belongings to each victims and submit report accordingly. The area MLA was also present to oversee the process of shifting of victims to the relief camp. Minister cum area MLA of Yangtang constituency Bhimang Limbu visited Health and Wellness Center Nambu this afternoon. He was accompanied by the Panchayat President of 13 Darap Singpeng GPU Sunkumari Limbu, Panchayat President of 12 Nambu Singdar Bung GPU Ran Bahadur Limbu, Panchayat members of both the GPUs, officials and youths. At the beginning, he visited the Health and Wellness Center and took stock of problems placed by the concerned staffs for the center and assured to resume the backside protective wall work, grill fabrication of the main corridor and electrification repairing immediately. Later, he inspected the proposed Gram Prashashan Center to be temporarily established at the Health and Wellness Center for the newly created 12th Nambu Sindrabung GPU. The minister instructed the concerned Panchayat President for initiating all kinds of preparedness for its immediate establishment. He also visited the proposed GPU construction land at its periphery and urged the newly elected Panchayats to initiate the task for registration at the earliest. Eco India, in collaboration with National Programme for Climate Change and Human Health of NHM Sikkim under the Health and Family Welfare Department, has initiated a 4-month eco program to train data entry operators and medical record technicians of the state for ARI surveillance under National Programme for Climate Change and Human Health. The pre-launch session was held at NHM Sikkim Eco Training Hub on Thursday. The program overview was guided by Dr. Madan Mani Dhakal, Joint Director HR and State Program Officer NPCC HH. The session was joined virtually by the Eco India delegates Deepa Jha, DGM Eco India, Dr. Paridhi Modi, Associate Manager, Dr. Tavleen Malik, Executive Eco India. Various aspects: climate change and human health, air pollution, climate sensitive illness, health impacts of air pollution, AQI categories, health responses according to AQI level, action for health sector preparedness and ARS surveillance at hospital level will be discussed under this program. It's time for yet another break. Do stay tuned.
From the moment we are born till the time we pass on, each of us are given an infinite number of choices. Choices to become something. An inspiration, a creator, a muse, a guide. The journey might be filled with trials and tribulations, but we should never back down, for each of us have a role to play, and how we play the role determines our worth. So choose who you want to be and follow where the path leads. She chose a role too. She chose to box. And neither paralysis nor the lack of recognition for the sport or even the fear of a relapse would daunt her from her path. The success that you see today was not earned in a day. Her struggles are hidden away from your view. Hundreds of tiny moments of struggle and sweat have paved her path. With each loss, she chose to fight back. With each win, she sought to improve. And today, she is the force behind champions.
My life has been one roller coaster ride. Sometimes it has been a blast, other times not so much. But what has remained constant is my attitude. Never give up. Take the shot. You can always do better. You can always swing harder. You might falter and fail sometimes, but what matters is that you never give up. Whether it is in your daily life, the boxing ring, or in your decision to vote. Not voting is giving up your voice. Speak up. Choose to vote.
The Election Department has announced special summary revision of photo electoral rolls with reference to 1st January 2023 as the qualifying date for inclusion, deletion, correction or transfer of names in the electoral rolls. One has to apply between 9th November to 8th December 2022. Forms are made available with BLOs, DC offices and Election Department. Special campaigns will be held on 19th November 2022 Saturday and 20th November 2022 Sunday, followed by 3rd December 2022 Saturday and 4th December 2022 Sunday.
स्माइल डेन्टल सोल्युसन सिक्किम गान्तोकको तादोङ स्थित दुर्गा मन्दिर छेउमा भर्खरै खोलिएको छ स्माइल डेन्टल सोल्युसन। अनुभवी डाक्टर श्रवण कुमार शर्मा अर्थोडन्टिस्टद्वारा सञ्चालित यस डेन्टल क्लिनिकमा एडभान्स अर्थोडन्टिक र इम्प्लान्ट पनि गरिन्छ। ARB द्वारा मान्यता प्राप्त पोर्टेबल एक्सरे का साथमा अन्य अत्याधुनिक सुविधाहरू पनि यहाँ उपलब्ध छ। धेरै प्रकारका ब्रुसेसहरू लगाउन सकिने एकमात्र क्लिनिक जहाँ दाँत सम्बन्धी कुनै पनि समस्याहरू भए अवश्य सम्झिनुहोस्। स्माइल डेन्टल सोल्युसन जहाँ अनलाइनबाट पनि अपोइन्टमेन्ट लिन सकिन्छ। सम्पर्क 7597595555 876488000।
विदाउट अपरेशन बिना साइड इफेक्ट बिमारीको उपचार गर्न आउनुहोस्। 100% ग्यारेन्टीको साथमा नयाँ पद्धतिद्वारा आयुर्वेदिक उपचार पाल्स, फिस्टुला, हाइड्रोसिल, फेसियोर जस्ता बिमारी जचाउनुहोस्। डाक्टर्स फी मात्र 200 रुपैयाँ। विदाउट अपरेशन बिना साइड इफेक्ट्स बिमारी जचाउनुहोस्। यसका प्रमुख आरके टिकाधर, BIAMS, ठेगाना वेस्ट बेंगाल, रंगपो बजार नियर वेस्ट बेंगाल चेकपोस्ट, डिस्ट्रिक्ट दार्जिलिङ। नमस्ते बिल्डिङ, फोन नम्बर 8343800111।
Welcome back. Welcome and flag of program for 60 members of All India Civil Service trainees from Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy, Dehradun, Mussoorie for 8 days Sikkim Himalayan trek was held on Thursday. The program was attended by Director Joint Secretary, Joint Director Adventure, Assistant Director Adventure, Assistant Director Pelling TIC and officials from Tourism and Civil Aviation Department, Government of Sikkim. The officer trainees shall be proceeding in 2 groups via Singalila and Gochela trek. During the interactive session with the state government officers, the trainees expressed their heartfelt gratitude to the state government for their warm hospitality and proper coordination for the trek. The entire trekking program is being conducted by Adarsh Tours, Treks and Expedition and Khangri Trek and Tours with their supporting staffs. Sikkim Police and ITBP have contributed a service for safety and security of the trekkers. The trekking expedition will conclude on 2nd December. You may inbox us your news, photographs and footages at news.sikkimtv@gmail.com. Well, this brings us to the end of this newscast. We'll be back with more news and updates. Till then, goodbye and stay safe.